It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. And for Golden State, we've got Green, Podziemski out there with the Anthony Melton. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Santos in at the 4 spot. A nice shot by Moody. Hey, Doris, these two teams are really bolstered by their benches.
You are so right, Kevin. Talented reserves. They take a ton of pressure off of the starters, and that kind of balance is important.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. No good on the triple. Moody the pass to Melton. Here's Podziemski. His 3-pointers off the mark. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Immediately, Anthony Edwards came up in our conversation, and Coach kind of chuckled and said, well, I don't know if anyone on the planet can slow this kid down. He's on his way to becoming one of the best in the league, if he's not there already. Looks like they're going to roll the dice on one of the league's most talented players. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Magic.
And if you had to point to one problem in that game, it was their rebounding. Flat out terrible.
Well, the numbers back up that assertion, no doubt about it. And sometimes it's about, hey, we've got to get on the glass and make sure they're feeling us all night long. They didn't do that.
Podziemski with it, defended by DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. Melton. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, a chilly start for this basketball team. They are just 1 for 4.
And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside, Green. Golden State moving it around. A nice shot by Moody.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And here's Edwards from the arc. Podziemski grabs the board. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Edwards against Melton. Puts up a 3. Randall grabs the board.
Boy, not much defensive pressure on that 3, but he still couldn't make it.
And you look at this Timberwolves roster, Doris, quite a spread as far as the ages of their top players.
Oh, Kevin, you've got a couple of guys who are absolutely on the back 9 and really walking up the fairway of number 18. And then you've got Mr. McDaniels and Anthony Edwards, 2 guys in their early 20s. But this is the fascinating part. There's a runway left, and what do they do with it?
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Orlando. And here's Edwards from the arc. The Warriors pull it in. This time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backcourts.
The 3 for DiVincenzo. Tips it. Randall on the follow.
Well, you love to see Julius Randle attack the offensive glass, get to his second chance opportunities. That's really well done.
Melton finds Podziemski. Back to Melton. Launches it. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
McDaniels passes to Gobert. And here is DiVincenzo. Nailed from three-point land. DiVincenzo's got 5 points so far.
He's been on a nice little run in this first quarter. He is laser focused.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. chance to check out stats for Julius Randle.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Podziemski with it, defended by DiVincenzo. Will it go? And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Wow, how about the navigation off the drive from Dante DiVincenzo? That is nice.
Podziemski with it, defended by DiVincenzo. Shot by Podziemski, no good. It's a 6-point game. Right there in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, one of the best in the business, Rudy Gobert.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Podziemski, defended by DiVincenzo. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
On offense, here are the Warriors. 8-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
You've got to stand in and deliver from the free throw line, even in a tough environment, and they failed to do so.
And Minnesota has possession. The Warriors making the shot.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Here's Podziemski. 14 points from him the last game against the Utah Jazz.
Boy, still trying to get comfortable out there right now.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen for DiVincenzo. No good from outside.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been
Podziemski, the bounce pass. Melton finds Podziemski. Green with a screen on DiVincenzo. Fires from 14. Podziemski's shot is good. And now it's just a 4-point Timberwolves lead, and the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Randle outside. Randle is doubled. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up on the high post. That shot is off. Like 6 others he's attempted tonight, he has but 1 basket.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
Here's Podziemski. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
And he needed that one to try to regain some confidence. Tough start, just 1 of 9 from the floor.
And Gobert kicks to Edwards. McDaniels outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Drives to the hoop. Melton feeling it out a bit. Here's Podziemski. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Podziemski's got 5. And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been draining everything they put up this month. In fourth, the Timberwolves.
And really, the basketball IQ has just evolved. Just the way they move the ball and share it. They always find good looks.
Here's Dosunmu. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Pass to Pajemski. Porzingis with a screen on Conley. Here's Pajemski. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Highland with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Dosunmu. Ingles with the screen for Conley. A three-pointer off the mark. The Warriors trailing. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, "I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me." Guys?
Fills it up with the best. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Here's Conley. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Reed the pass to Conley. And he gets it to go.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
Warriors shooting only around 32% so far in this one. The offense looking a bit off kilter. Porzingis with a screen on Highland. Here's Spencer. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Now here is Conley. Reed in the post. He's against Porzingis. Reed gets the bucket.
Boy, Naz Reid able to concentrate and finish despite incredible defense.
Golden State moving the ball around. And it's Green missing. Minnesota in the lead. 14 feet away. Conley's shot is off. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Pass to Pajemski. There's 49 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Spencer, defended by Dosunmu.
Not sure why they sagged off him in that distance. He is very good in the mid-range.
Now Highland, still yet to score. With the step back from the high post, and he hits the jump shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Well, smart shot selection from Mike Conley, right? Just get into your mid-range bag and complete the play. He does so there.
Pajemski with it. Here's Porzingis, and another basket for Golden State.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
Man, he has got such good touch from that medium range area. It's an option they can always go to.
It's a tie game in the Bay Area. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Bones Highland is out there with Conley. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Conley after the Warriors pick up 3. Over in the corner, Randall. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Warriors leading by 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
Conley scanning the floor. Randall with a screen for Reed. Back to Conley. There's the three. Rebound by Williams. The Warriors shooting 43% from the floor to the left side wing. Porzingis with a screen on Highland. To the wing on the left. Here's Spencer. Off target from outside. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Dosunmu. Out left to the wing. Randall left side. For the three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. And so it's Highland who brings the ball up for Minnesota. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter to stop the drought. And the layup is up and in. Highland's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, Highland working hard for that high percentage shot. That's nicely done.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Check in for the Timberwolves. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Milton passes to Porzingis. Plays it up and banks it in. Porzingis has got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors.
Kristaps Porzingis a tough cover. This guy knows he can make threes. Now you get inside the lane and look out.
Conley with a wide open look. The three-pointer is right on target. Conley's got 7. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level. But you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
Now here's Randall. 14 points from him the last game against Orlando. Pass to Reed. Over post. And again it's Minnesota.
Well, Naz Reid doesn't operate often in the mid-range, but if you concede it, he'll take it.
Some nice passing by Golden State. Lets the three fly. Reed with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Conley for 3, and another 3 for Minnesota.
Boy, you've got to love when Mike Conley shoots it with confidence, goes to the catch-and-shoot game. All right, Mike.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Melton. And the Warriors miss again. Minnesota with the ball. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Pass to Randall. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
First free throw is good. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league, but if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Quentin Post. And so he hits both. Endorse for the Timberwolves 2 consecutive trips to the Western Conference Finals.
Kevin, this is by far the franchise's most successful era to date. But of course, they are not satisfied. Anthony Edwards desires a championship because he wants to be considered amongst the all-time greats.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Look at the numbers for Edwards. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. Averaging 29 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he brings it for them every game on the offensive end.
Well, I think you can tell he relishes this role, being the catalyst on the offensive end, night in and night out.
Here's Podziemski. He has 5. Pass to Melton. Now Porzingis, defended by Gobert. Porzingis kicks to Melton. 4 on the shot clock. Over Edwards. And that one comes up a bit short.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around.
Edwards up high.
The Ant-Man is in the house. Mr. Anthony Edwards making it look easy.
Warriors trail by 7. Outside, Porzingis. Over in the corner, Green. Pass to Podziemski. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Let's now go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams that specialize in intimidation. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. In 4th, the Timberwolves.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Minnesota. Back to Edwards. Lets it go with a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. And it's a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Pass to Melton. Back to Podziemski. Green with a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Podziemski. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. screen against Edwards. To the paint, here's Randall, and again it's Minnesota converting.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Pass to Melton. Now here's Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Boy, you love to see this level of aggression from Kristaps Porzingis, daring the defense to foul him.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Doris, you mentioned that you value the way Porzingis is able to neutralize shot blockers.
There is value to a big who can step away into the three-point line and stretch your defense to a place you are uncomfortable with. And then on the other end of the floor, this guy provides elite rim protection and rebounding. You have to respect the two-way ability of Kristaps Porzingis. This is definitely not the guy to foul. He loves getting to the free throw line.
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Santos, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
McDaniels dishes to Gobert. Over Porzingis. Podziemski grabs the board.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Porzingis with a screen on DiVincenzo. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Here's McDaniels. Warriors with the rebound.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
Pass to Podziemski. They set the pick. The three. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. McDaniels passes to Randall. And here's Edwards from the arc. And Moody pulls it down.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And here's Melton. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Utah Jazz. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Timberwolves leading by 12. Inside. DiVincenzo finds McDaniel. Here's Edwards. Back to McDaniel. Gobert the pass to Randall. Lays it up off the glass. Randall's got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Green's checked in for Porzingis. Naz Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. McDaniels outside. Pass to Edwards. Jacks up a three. The three ball from Anthony Edwards.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
Warriors trail by 15. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Melton passes to Green. Can't get it to fall.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Timberwolves leading by 15. DiVincenzo kicks to Gobert. Back to DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen for DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from the top of the key. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 17. Here's Moody. Back to Pajemski. Drills it from outside. Pajemski's got 8 points.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Back to Edwards. Takes a three. They grab their own miss. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Pass to Pajemski. Green with a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Santos. And here's Melton. Edwards defending. From 18 feet away. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Scoreless this quarter, and it's not helping them battle back.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Melton passes to Green. Here's Pajemski, defended by DiVincenzo. And he lays it straight in. Pajemski's got 5 points now this quarter.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Left side, Edwards. Outside, Reed. And so it's Minnesota with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition, and we got to make them feel us. They're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Allie. And folks, don't go away. Halftime is here, and we'll be right back with you after this break.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
In that game against the Bulls, they have to be feeling pretty confident. Good teams win the games they're supposed to. We'll find out how good they are.
You can beat a team and still not be a good team. I want to see how they play.
And moving on now to that first half, tough sledding so far for the Warriors.
I don't see the fight. They're getting pushed around. You really see it on the glass.
They need some of that diesel energy in the paint.
They can use his size as well.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Timberwolves leading by 16. We've got DeAnthony Melton. He's out there with Podziemski. Moody is out there with Green, and it's Santos in at the 4-man position. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Randall from outside. Green with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Moody with it. Edwards there. Back to Podziemski. Here's Melton. Offline with his 3.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
A shot by McDaniels, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Golden State moving it around. Up top, Melton. Podziemski on the wing. Green with a screen on DiVincenzo. A shot by Podziemski, no good. Minnesota leading by 16. Has to Gobert. Now here's McDaniels. The jump hook and the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Third straight miss to start the half. Ouch.
Here's Podziemski. Defended by DiVincenzo. And here is Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, there's so much you can come to depend on with Draymond Green. Certainly skill in terms of his passing and rebounding and defense, but how about the emotion and leadership as well, guys?
First one falls for him. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Timberwolves leading by 15. Here's McDaniels, and the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
A moment now to see the numbers for Gobert. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Back to Melton. Pocket 6. Misses the 3. For Minnesota, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. 2 points. That one goes.
Boy, Edwards so good in close. This guy has got touch and strength, everything you could ask for.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Melton. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. He's got 9. And here's Edwards from the arc. They get it again. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert's going to be terrific on the glass.
Timeout.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. The Warriors, 4th.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
Here's Moody. He has 6. Pass to Green. Here's the 3. And the Warriors miss again.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Got a hand on it. Now, here's Moody. McDaniels defending. Here's Melton. Takes the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Bucket is good. McDaniels got his second bucket of the game to go.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
DB, no one has more Defensive Player of the Year awards than Rudy Gobert. 4 of them.
Well, with the 4, he is now tied with the great Dikembe Mutombo and the great Ben Wallace. Does he have another one in his sights?
Timberwolves leading by 21. DiVincenzo passes to Randall. Now here's Gobert. Edwards looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Randall. And Santos pulls it down. Santos has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Back to Podziemski. There's the screen. Here's Melton. And the Warriors miss again.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
It's good on the putback. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 16 rebounds.
This guy's so dangerous on the offensive glass, and you love to see him jam it home and leave no doubt.
Moody with it, working on McDaniels. Here's Melton. Traps in the tray. Melton's got his second bucket of the night.
That's 2 triples for him. 1 in the first, 1 in the second.
DiVincenzo kicks to Gobert. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. McDaniels outside. Randall with a screen for McDaniel. And Moody pulls it down.
Boy, if he ever finds his footing, they'll be in even better shape. Right now, his teammates carrying him.
Melton, no good. Minnesota leading by 20. Puts it up from 12. Warriors with the rebound. Moody's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Santos. Here's Melton. That 3 off the mark. The Timberwolves shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Randall passes to Edwards. Looking to end his cold spell. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Podziemski's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Melton. There's the triple. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Randall right side. Shoots from the baseline. That one a little long. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. In the corner, Moody with it. Pass to Podziemski. And the Warriors miss again.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Edwards, that's good.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Now Melton, 6 points for him. To the inside. Pass to Moody. From past the arc. Minnesota with the rebound. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. Edwards' shot is good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pajemski with it. 10 points for him. Pass to Melton. From downtown, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Randall surveying the D. The three-pointer, no good. The Warriors shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Moody the pass to Melton. Now Green. Here's Santos. Scoreless thus far. Green with a screen on McDaniels. Here's Melton. The shot from the low post is good. And timeout called by Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Minnesota leading by 22. Conley kicks to Reed. Sweet move, driving in, and then Reed slams it in.
It's a little muscle in his hustle. Naz Reed on the drive finds his way.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. The Warriors shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Porzingis against Anderson. Porzingis is doubled. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It will be a re-jump.
Pass to Spencer. Shot clock at 5. Sinks the triple. Spencer's got 10.
These kinds of defensive breakdowns drive coaches crazy.
Here's Dosunmu. Reed with a screen for Conley. No good with the triple. Warriors trail by 21. Here's Santos. Pass to Spencer. Porzingis. Reed with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Highland passes to Conley. Now Reed. Back to Conley. Reed with a screen for Conley. Off target from three-point range. Here's Santos. The rebound by the Timberwolves. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Highland, an easy 2 points on the layup. Highland's got his second bucket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Santos. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Spencer. It's good from long range. Spencer's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Warriors. And here is Conley. 10 points for him. The kick out to Anderson. Reed with a screen on Porzingis. Here's Anderson. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Spencer. 13 points in the game. Right wing. Here's Porzingis. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Bones Highland is out there with Dosunmu. And it's Shannon in its small forward. Up top, Porzingis. He's defended by Randall. Three-pointer. Spencer's shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Randall no good.
Boy, another miss, but you have to say to his teammates, great job. They have picked him up all evening long.
Hey, Doris, for a GM trying to build a championship-level roster, what's one thing that can really help?
I think the way the salary cap is constructed, maybe the single most important thing you can do as a GM is draft well. You have to be able to find players who can contribute right away. And talent evaluation is not an exact science. The ones who do it well and don't miss on those big-time picks, that is a huge deal.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Shannon passes to Dosunmu. Here's Shannon. Here's Highland. And another three for Minnesota.
Wow, Bones Highland cashing in from range. You'd love to see that.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Porzingis. Now Podziemski. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Shannon passes to Highland. Here's Shannon. Now here's Dosunmu. Randall finds Dosunmu. Shannon, no good. Warriors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Spencer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
This guy's been great, no doubt about it, but it hasn't been enough to get them where they want to be.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. checked in for the Warriors. Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for Bones Highland. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Outside Edwards. Back to Reed. Launches a three. And Spencer pulls it down.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Over in the corner, Green. DB, we saw a move by the league to let a little bit more contact go. Have they been consistent with that, or do you see some backpedaling at all?
I don't see any backpedaling at all. I think maybe the area where you most see this manifest is the point of attack dribble. That first dribble, defenders are really able to attack defensively. Listen, this is a hard thing. You want to bring more physicality back, but you've got to do it carefully. Goodness, Anthony Edwards, always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
Here's Spencer. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. From outside, off the mark.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Pass to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Golden State moving the ball around. And it's Green missing. Minnesota leading by 23. Dosunmu with it. And here's Edwards from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Edwards got 7 points for the quarter.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Into the lane. Here's Podziemski. And no good. Good work defensively by Conley. TB1 complain about the review process. The longer the review, the more it disrupts the flow of the game.
That's exactly right, Kevin. You have the best athletes in the world competing at the highest level, and then all of a sudden it stops. And if the duration is too long, it takes the players out of rhythm. It drives the viewers at home crazy. This is something that us television people can go absolutely nuts about.
Spencer hits the front of the rim and out. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And here's Edwards. Over to the left wing. Three-pointer, Randall.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
To the left wing. Here's Spencer. Can they get it? Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
And the basket by Edwards. And here are the Warriors now. Now Podziemski. Porzingis inside. Guarded by Reed. Outside, Green. Fires for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Timberwolves leading by 22. Bounce pass, Conley. Three-pointer, Randall. Warriors with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Green finds Podziemski. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Edwards passes to Reed. Over Porzingis. Reed gets the bucket. 10 points for Naz Reid.
Boy, drawing the defense's attention. Edwards pays it forward. Nice work on the pass.
Lets the three fly. Minnesota with the rebound. Randall's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. For three, Edwards. Cans it from downtown. Edwards got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Minnesota.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing. He was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Porzingis can't hit.
Boy, that's a case where he may have been too focused on answering back with his own three.
Here's Dosunmu. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And for the Warriors, their shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Pass to Green. Now here's Porzingis, guarded by Reed. Porzingis passes to Spencer. Off target with his three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And here is Dosunmu. Now Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 4 points this quarter.
This is showing the versatility of Naz Reid. Yes, he can make buckets from three, but I like when he goes to work inside.
Pass to Spencer. Sinks the three-pointer. Spencer's got 24.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Randall with the bucket.
Boy, there was plenty of contact down low, but Randall assertive and able to find the finish.
Pass to Spencer. Now Porzingis, guarded by Reed. Fades and shoots. Porzingis can't hit. Timberwolves shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter of this one. For three, Edwards. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Edwards got 32 points.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Timberwolves.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Edwards.
Boy, he makes it look easy, almost like he was just hanging out in the gym practicing today. That's how good it was.
Here's Spencer. Out to Porzingis, beyond the arc. And the Warriors, another three.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Outside Edwards. From the baseline. Misses off the right iron. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Podziemski. Banked in off the glass.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Now here's Edwards. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast.